Today, I am here to remind you that there will be people around you that will underestimate who you are, that will underestimate what you do and the value that you bring and how much you do to bring that value. And you do not owe them an explanation and you do not need their validation. Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Oniara and I talk everything self-mastery, personal development, and just everyday life experiences and how you can take the lessons from those experiences and live a more purposeful, fulfilling, and magical life. Have you ever had someone in your life that has made a comment or has said something that has insinuated that the work that you do is not a lot, or not worth its value? I know I have. And recently, I actually had an experience where someone said something to me, and I was like, wow, people really have no idea how much work it takes to do this certain task. And that's because literally people have no idea until they have to do it on their own, until they have to put in the work on their own and they have to do it themselves. Then they will be like, oh, this is actually harder than I thought. Because the thing is that whatever you do, you might be an expert. You might have down the systems and processes that work for you to better do your job, to best show up for yourself in that area. I have the systems and processes that work for me to run my business in the way that I run it, to do the things that I do, no matter what I'm doing. In my hobbies, in my routines, in my habits, I have processes and systems to keep me going and to keep me moving. And so this makes things easier for me. And so I can share this with someone else, and it might not be as easy for them because they haven't established their own processes and systems to make this work for them. So I'll give you an example. I'm out there, I'm doing something that's actually very important for me, and this person needed a favor. They call me and they're like, and I'm like, hey, like, is it an emergency? I'm actually really busy doing something. This person has had the audacity to say, what could you be doing that's so important? Savage. Just savage. And in that moment, like, really, I wanted to react because I realized that I was taking it personally. And then I'm there like, I don't have to explain to this person everything that I do. I don't have to explain to this person how much work it takes to do what I'm doing. I don't owe this person an explanation, and I don't care for them to know or for me to be validated in the work that I do. And in that moment, I started realizing that a lot of people just don't know that it takes to do your work because it's easy for you because you have your systems and processes. So, and everybody does. The web designer charges you like $3,000, and you might just be like, it's just a website, it's just some visuals. But creating that takes time, and all of that takes time. And all of that, if the person that actually needs it, that doesn't see the value in it, actually sat down to do it, they will take a really long time to get quality work done, because it will take them a long time to create the processes and systems that work for them to make that thing work its best. That's why we want to pay experts to do the things that they have become experts in doing, to help us advance to our next levels in whatever that they are experts in. The personal trainer might be charging you $300 a month and you don't think it's worth it, but it is definitely worth it. You know how much work it takes that trainer to show up in the way that they do? You know how much work it takes that trainer to stay motivated, to keep their clients motivated? You're not doing it by yourself. The chef is charging me $500 a day for cooking 2 meals. You don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to be cooking. You know how long it takes to cook for a whole family? Like, if you don't like cooking, that is tedious work. If you're an influencer, and your family is like, oh, but you don't do much, you just make videos. If you're an influencer, you know that it's not just making videos, it's editing videos, it's all of this stuff that it actually takes a lot of skill, and people just don't know because people underestimate how much work it takes to do the work. I've seen people around me that every time they're looking for like a new job to be done in their home or something like that, and they find someone and they start getting estimates, they're like, why are these people charging this? Why are these people charging this? Like, yeah, they're going to paint your house for 2K because that's what it costs to paint a house. But but it's just painting. Yeah, it's not just painting, because if not, you will be doing it yourself too. And when you start doing that work, when you start seeing the physical work that it takes to paint a house, even the art that it takes to paint a house correctly, you start realizing, oh shit, wait, this might actually be worth that value. Yes, people will underestimate how much you do, what you do, and the value of it. And it is not your job, your responsibility, and you don't owe anybody an explanation or making them understand how valuable you are, how much work you put in, and how much work it takes to bring the quality that you bring in. It's not your job to convince them. This is your reminder to recognize that your job seems easy to you because you've put in the work to find the systems and processes that work for you to best show up in your job, to best do your job, and to be done in the most productive way for you. You're so good at your job that you make it look so easy to others that they're like, how could they be charging this much for this? This is your reminder that you don't need their validation, and that you just need to remind yourself, or have the people around you that remind you, that you are doing the best that you can and that what you're doing is valued. Surround yourself with people that value you and remind you of how valuable you are. I hope you found this video valuable. If you have any comments or questions, make sure to leave them down below. If you did find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe for more content like this. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.